Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. It's only been a couple of days, but it feels like a week. You guys, how you doing? How you been? I hope you're well. Ah, DM, DF. I feel like I speak to both when I say what I have to say today. It's been like brewing on my mind. Did you guys watch the news? Let me tell you something. The past couple of days, the Queen Elizabeth, I've been using analogies about the earlier days of her being on a throne when her mother was still alive. They were sitting up there together. And she's been heavy. I should have known that she's been so heavy on my mind the past 2 or 3 days, and she passed away. That's usually my body, my mind, my third eye telling me somebody that I pick up on people's departure is what I'm trying to say. That happens a lot when somebody departs from the world, whether I know them or not. It's just some people I feel spiritually connected to or just follow, like whether it's their career or it's a relative or a friend or somebody I respect, a person of respect. I tend to do that. I tend to keep up with them and what they do. And I picked up on that she passed away, but I've been in that energy, that mindset about establishing yourself, raising your rank in society. Keep in mind, this is just advice, it's counsel, it's all it's all designed to sharpen your psychic abilities, but it heals your mental, emotional trauma, physical trauma too, if you will. If you're into Reiki, I would get into Reiki because it tunes you up a lot, and yoga too. And that's after you do your prayers and all of that, when you pray to the Most High. Okay, let's get started. Okay, DFDM people, 7 billion people. You have come to a place where you know exactly who you are. Gone are the days of confusion, blurred lines between you, your truth, and expectation of others. You have grounded into your essence, and you built your foundation of just off female empowerment is what just stuck out. Female empowerment or just self-empowerment. You have let go of many friendships and relationships that are no longer serving you to get where you are. At this point, it was very well worth it. Like a nice steak dinner. Now is the time to really go after what you want out of life. And I feel like that's what everybody's doing, because that's a lot of potency in that energy. Everybody's just narrowing down who they are and what they're doing. You're taking creative control, creative accountability, manifestations. You're starting to see a lot of your manifestations. Your life is a canvas. The artist, you're the artist, meaning you design your life the way you shapeshift. If you don't make the effort, you're going to make excuses. And I don't see no excuses out here with the few cards that is laid out here. I see effort. I see solar plexus chakra clear, third eye chakra clear, root chakra clear. This Star Mother's here. How can you mother yourself? Saraswati's here. That is a leader of creativity, insight, and intuition. So you got 2 cards that talks about intuition. You have root chakra, that's insight. You've been beefing up on your prayers a lot. Somebody's on their Mother Teresa kick, man or woman. Like, you're a missionary right now, okay? And it just feels good. It feels like heaven. You're not alone. I feel like this gives me Page of Pentacles energy. Page does represent children, but it also embarks on a new journey. And this essence is talking about embarking on a new journey. It's talking about you being so dead focused on what you're creating and what you're doing that you forget to call your friends. You forget to call your mom. You forget to call your significant other. You forget that you have a whole life outside of what you're doing because you've been so enamored and so invested and diligently designing and building a elegant yet simple lifestyle that attracts people who love and engage you, the new you, and for what you stand for. A lot of strategy. The way you're marketing yourself moving forward, the way you're going to advertise yourself, You're learning how to weed out, even though you're a natural networker, if you're a person who's a natural socialite, you're learning how to directly attract your ideal people, places, and things. You only fixate on who is complementary to the new you moving forward. Okay, you're learning, you're working with older replicas. Like you're linking up with people who've been doing this for years. So you're spiritual, you're honing in on your spiritual gifts, you're linking up with other spiritual people. Whatever your niche is, you're working with a mentor that implements the right strategies to get to be able, you're doing your own PR in a lot of different ways. You know, you're called to be very open-minded and enthusiastic. And I feel like you're very enthusiastic about who the new you are. Like, I'm proud of you. Your subconscious. Your subconscious. What's in your subconscious? Whatever endeavor you've been saying, okay, I'm going to get started. Okay, I'm going to start doing taking the necessary baby steps to build that website, to write that book, to write those songs, to just whatever it is, to just you're doing the groundwork that's going to get your message out there, and just the way you choose, whatever creative way you choose to interact with people, to get your story out, to get your points of view on the front line, that's going to touch people and impact people's life the way you're called to do it. You're doing it. That's what you know you're supposed to be doing. And that's the space that you're operating from. So you've been strategizing. So results are not coming in fast enough. This is where you're going to start to make a solid step-by-step strategy in place that takes the guesswork out of growing your brand and how you choose to represent yourself moving forward. I love y'all already. But what tarot cards do I want to use? I want to know what's your meal. Like, what have you been doing? Let's use these cards. Drinking a lot of tea. You've been detoxing your body. This can be any form of detoxing. But this is holistically speaking, meaning natural remedies. You've been trying to rid your body of toxins and process everything. You've been letting go of grudges. You've been pardoning people as opposed to forgiving them. There is a difference. Pardoning is like forgive and forget. Forgiveness is I forgive you. I can let the situation go, but I'm not going to forget you did that. Whatever it is. Look for fairies. This is you looking for like signs of synchronicities. You might even see butterflies a lot. Since I've been in a different state from my home state, I've seen a lot of butterflies. But then again, I live in a very tropical space, so I see everything. You're looking for signs of synchronicities. And I think that number 3 is significant. If you see 333, honestly, because on this card it says 21, which breaks down to a 3, and this card says 30. So 33 could be a life path 33. I feel like y'all have been in retreat. Really diligently fixing your heartaches, fixing your bruising, emotional and mental bruising. Sound healing. Some of you either know how to create sound or have a lot of sharper image sound machines, or listen to, you know, the YouTube videos that have the sounds of the rain and the thunderstorms and things like that. Things along those lines. You've been doing that to heighten your frequency. Look how the aura is around her. And I feel like this is also someone, I think this is somebody and this is somebody. And this is 47, could be significant, but it can also break down to an 11. And I feel like this is somebody's source of peace, somebody's source of tranquil while they're in retreat. They've been keeping track of someone who does share their voice on a public platform. And I feel like what they've been watching you, They started watching you during your latter videos, and I feel like those are people who have been researching your work now that they know that you're on a public platform. Look to the stars. It's giving them a lot of optimism, and they're healing. It's healing them. Like whatever you're saying, whatever you're doing is tranquil to their soul, music to their ears. Okay, so one is a divine feminine and one is a divine masculine. And y'all mirroring each other. Okay, this one person is reshaping their life, and they're minding now. They're more mindful. They used to be like real reckless, kind of impulsive, just life of the party. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is they have been more conscious. They've been in retreat because they're more conscious as to how it affected, how it has shaped their life, for the worse. And they want to fix the part that looks bad, the part that's bruising, whether it be to your ego or to your own soul, your spirit. And it's some collateral damage that's needing to be cleaned up. And I feel like this person is really tapping into their higher self. They're listening to their higher self, and they're listening to you. What else? Longing for home. That illustrates my point that I've made so far. The original light workers. This person is realizing they have a bigger mission. They actually have a double mission on this earth, and it's more than just being a phenomenon in the earthly realm. Like, so if they're a hot shot in their career, or really popular, or of a huge influence in their community, or just worldwidely famous, very popular to say the least. I feel like they are realizing while in retreat, because they've been praying or been looking at somebody who's encouraging them to go pray, right? And they have been taking heed to, it's just kind of hit their soul on a different level. It actually tapped into their soul in a way where no one ever has. And I think that the two people know each other. Now, they used to know each other. They do know each other. They just went a while without speaking. So this is their way of staying connected to each other. They're speaking to each other spiritually with that third eye here and this card here that talks about intuition, insight, and creativity. So they know they can't physically be around each other, or may even can't physically talk to each other, but they're trying to find a way to still be around each other, still be there with each other, because they really want to be with each other. So now this is all shaping up, is making sense while the design card is here, about building something that's simple and elegant, something meaningful that highlights both, because in their subconscious, they've been meaning, like, this is two people who've been meaning to build something with each other, because, based off their chemistry, they know they mean a lot to each other. They've been meaning to build a vintage friendship, but they spiritually have a vintage friendship. Now they want to bring it into that spiritual realm, and they've been trying to figure out ways to do it, and it just hasn't worked out yet. And now that they're not talking, I think they're both planning, subconsciously planning. They're speaking to each other telepathically, obviously, and they're looking for ways. They're looking for signs of synchronicities, or they do see signs of synchronicities. You can see somebody's name throughout your travels, throughout your day, and then you can also be heavy on each other's mind, and you have impacted each other's spirit vehemently. Learning how to find a direct and ideal person, that complements you. They haven't found that. If you look at the direct card, that's a lot of people there. They've met a lot of people in passing, this person, and they haven't found anybody quite like you. Again, It means something to them. You mean something to this person. Advertisement is right next to it. They're trying to get the message to you in their own strategic way. Something creative to let you know that it says, yes, we're open on the picture. So it's like their way of saying, yes, I am available. I'm available to talk. I'm available to listen. And I'm ready to build something with you. But not so fast. You know, this is, the person on this side that's like, well, wait, I need to strategize the way I want to mind how you perceive me, so we don't hit any more snags or bumps in the road, because the way I marketed myself before, results were not fast. It was like taking your time. You need your dreams need a practical plan. And that's what happened before, is you didn't have that practical plan. Now you're strategizing and you're learning by working with people who are older, wiser, and experienced. You're working with mentors, somebody who you respect, one of affection, terms of endearment, somebody you look up to, because this is serious to the both of you, as you can tell. Let me see what else. The initiation. You want to come out of that. Somebody is in that dark night of the soul, or this relationship has just fell to the wayside, and y'all want to revise it and rehabilitate it and bring it back to life, because you're the original light workers together. Now this person is like tapped in to a point where it's like, I could speak to you in an astrological fashion, just like I could speak to you on the phone. Wow. That's dope. And I can't do that with everybody. And I don't want to lose you. And I'm intrigued by us. Like, somebody needs to do a movie about us. Not to sound arrogant about these two people, but they really are fascinated with each other. To each other, you're like something out of Hollywood. Something like the new kick-ass scientific Will Smith movie. Y'all look at each other in such high regard like that. That's so dope. What else? Boundaries. You can't. This is why the strategy card is here. This is why you're working with a mentor. Working with a mentor could mean you could just be discussing this. Your mentor could be the Most High, or somebody you single out that you look up to. It could be a parental figure or another leader in the community. But you gotta keep people out your business. You have to keep people out your business. Boundaries. Look at all these hands. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? You can't tell everybody everything. And that's the initiation process. There's a lot of stuff you're going to have to change. That's why strategy and learning and strategizing here. Like, somebody has a lot of learning, they're just so social, so open. This is such an open book. They realize where that cursed their personal life and their terms of endearment. It can push people away or push you away from people that means way more to you, more in depth. They have made a way more in-depth impact to you. I see Sex in the City. The way their friendship is the connection, the spiritual connection you two have. You are each other's rock. And you're very loyal to each other, although you've never said that to each other, because you're still working at coming back together and staying together. Even if it is just a vintage friendship without the romance. Why? Because you're a pillar of light. Your vibration has risen, and they're starting to pick up on it, which now their vibration is rising. You're the oracle. They look at you. They listen to you. Sound healing is here, and look to the stars is here. Optimism, healing, sound healing. Your voice is tranquil to them. The words that you say is healing to them. It's giving them insight. It's educating them about things they may not have understood before. They could have been too practical, because you have the direct card here. It's a bunch of people on that card. and then advertisement. Like, they have been an open book. They've been open to so many different energies. They're learning how to set better boundaries. They're learning how to protect themselves way better now after meeting somebody like you. All those people don't hold a candle to you. Are you guys having fun over there? Is it making sense? I hope it is, because it sounds really like my mindset shifted. It feels like now I'm committed. Now I'm in a committed mindset now, but I had to go in hermit mode to do it. I had to playfulness. What I remember about us is, you know, in order to recapture the romance, I know a lot of things about us fizzled out, but it's not a no. It's a not right now. So in order to recapture that romance that we were like so confident about at one time, you have to allow your inner spirit. You gotta, like, what can we do for fun? Like, it can't be too serious. I don't want to call you and just say, hey, we're going out. Let's do this. Everything has to be so business, and it's all romance. It's no romance. You want to add some a higher velocity of romance, because I'm very passionate for you. There's so many things I want to say. So many things I want to experience. I want us to experience together. 2121 is on there. Flirt. There you go. Extend your lighthearted energy to each other. It's like, you two could be very over analytical. I see two swords, like King and Queen of Swords. They are the divorcees of the tarot deck, but they are very logical, analytical people. And I feel like you two are just in your head so much about how this could go that you're actually keeping yourself away from each other without meaning to. Children. Your love life is affected by children. You know what I feel like from this card, with this root chakra here, you could be reparenting your inner child as to how you got. That's why you're in this this mothering phase. Look at that. It's a mother and children on here. How are you called to mother yourself? This is somebody really taking better care of themselves, and they could be reparenting that inner child. So you're only doing what makes you happy. You're not people pleasing. You're not iRobot. You're only doing what makes your heart sing. And I had a conversation like that with somebody earlier. You should only do what is playful, flirty, lighthearted, that keeps your vibration high. You're not too serious, although it's a time to play and a time to be serious. But when you're talking about your life, you talk about your overall well-being, it pays to be playful. Like, it takes some people a while when you're fixated on being a certain way, or you're just stubborn like that and you don't want to see things from a different point of view. That playfulness, that flirtiness will kind of like lighten you up. It kind of just like loosen the collar quite a bit. And I feel like with that mother card there and the children, you are being called, both of y'all. It's two children there, a boy and a girl. And y'all both could be embodying that energy of wanting to be playful and wanting to flirt with each other and wanting to just show each other just how passionate you are about each other. And don't let the silence trick you. The silence and the space, the infinite space, you guys just really just went a while without talking to each other, and it's impacting y'all. But it's not impacting y'all in a negative way. It's actually inspiring y'all to be better when you do come back to each other. It's like nutritional, holistic health and wellness. It's very organic. It's very authentic. Like, y'all, the way y'all met and the way y'all bonded with each other was very authentic and organic. It was totally natural. Nobody forced anything. It just flowed really nicely, and y'all still have it like that. Little do y'all realize. So if one of y'all is watching this video, the other person, if one of y'all is the watcher, the other person is creating the content. So somebody's looking up to somebody in a way where the table's kind of turned. You start to see that person in a mature light, because this is someone who works on themselves, and they're answering to their higher call, what they're called to do. So they're now becoming like a leader of the community as well. You're starting to match vibrations a lot better, if that makes a lot of sense. It does. I'm going to put this card of passion. That was on the bottom. The next one on the bottom is stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And that's a lot of what this reading does entail, is about stop being over analytical. Don't think the worst just because the longer we go without talking, the higher the frequency is for them to put themselves back on the market and advertise themselves, and anybody can come in for the picking. Like, no, clearly neither one of y'all want that for each other. So it pays to just keep doing the work. I don't feel like y'all should talk to each other just yet, but I feel like what you're doing in the meantime is helping, because y'all are very introverted, isolated from the world, because you also have these from the Starseed deck. Your life is a canvas, like your creative accountability. You're both of y'all, and it could be in different contexts of how you're reshaping your life for yourself, to be able to to be attracted to each other again. Like, it's a new love energy, but the same people, but better replicas of each other, because you're doing the work. And the next card, look what's underneath that, calling in your soulmate, right? Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations is going to help bring y'all together. So y'all clearly have nothing to worry about. And what's under that? Romantic feelings. I love y'all, whoever you are. Okay, your feelings are real and worth exploring, because y'all kind of felt like, is this an illusion? Is this a test? Is this for real? Like, did I feel all of that? Did the other person feel what I felt? Am I bugging out? And then y'all been in isolation. Like, it's like with this card here, this card talks about, say you have a social media platform and you have 800 to a couple thousand friends, but you don't have physical connections with people. And yet you're connected to everybody at the same time. So when you put this together, what is that? This with the direct. This is how somebody's been getting by for a while. You know, they've been not wanting to commit, or just needed a break from bonding with someone, and you put advertisement, you've been advertising, it shit gets old real fast. And I think somebody's starting to realize that, like, I missed the human connection. And that was somebody I had a real human connection with. And I don't think I've felt that way in a very long time. Oh, wait, I picked the cards up, and this was the one, like, this one, I picked the whole, you know how you pick the whole deck up, and one of the cards is still on the table. This was on the top. This is true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And you both feel it. And all your chakras are lit up about it, because you got 3 chakras here. Solar plexus, that's like your gut health. Somebody's cleaning up because they're drinking that tea. That green tea it has more antioxidants in it than black tea, but they're both good. Either way, you're drinking herbs and teas and stuff, and you're flushing your whole system out. So somebody must have been a heavy partier at one time and flirting with everybody. This could have been that energy, that lighthearted energy that attracted them, and just was everybody's favorite fuck buddy. Excuse me for saying it like that, but it gets old after a while. You meet people online or in person, and it's like, yeah, this is the life right now. I could do this while I need time, while I take my time after a painful breakup or just a huge disappointment of any kind in life. It's the reason I brought up Sex in the City. Those girls did that for years before they committed to their partners. They agreed to be each other's soulmate, and then let the guys be just these fun people that they have that playfulness, that flirtiness, that lighthearted energy with. And then, you know what? Each character had a pivotal point where they hit their own rock bottom, and they had to reparent that inner child. They had to get to the root of what was causing them to act like that. And really get authentic with what they was feeling and start, and they changed their mind to change their life. They got in that commitment mindset, and that's what I really feel like this is. So I'm going to put that there. The next card on top is worth waiting for. Divine time is at work in your love life. Okay, so that's confirmation that you clearly have nothing to worry about. In the meantime, what you could be doing is continue to take that creative accountability over your life and let go of control issues and stop assuming that the love is one-sided, because it's not. I split the deck and that's what's there. You gotta let go. You can't, it's not gonna happen when you think it should happen. You called upon the Most High, now let him do his job. Or you took the first step, now when he know, what do they say? He doesn't change the condition of the person until they make the effort to change themselves. So with the Mother card here, y'all are over there doing some serious work in your separate corners. Seriously. What else? I didn't use one tarot card yet, and it's 30 minutes in. That's how I don't. Tarot cards is just amplifying on the energy I already picked up on. I like reading the cards intuitively. And I used, what's the name of this deck? Self-Care. The Sacred Self-Care Oracle deck. I used that. I used the Romance deck, that you know, the Romance deck. This one, everybody used this deck. I used my Entrepreneur deck. That's the Declaration of Independence. I used that deck not just to talk about entrepreneurship, but just it can resonate as an independent person as well. Just you as an individual. But they're all read intuitively. My Yogic deck, you know, that's this deck right here. And what else? My Work Your Light deck. I used that deck. I didn't use not one tarot card, not yet. I'm gonna use them now and see what else I get. Oh yeah, my Starseed deck. So wait a minute. As I was shuffling, this kind of flipped over, but I'm gonna put it back. If it's meant to come out, it'll come back out. The Hangman. But when I opened the deck, you got the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Swords as I split the deck. So whenever there's a 10, that's a completion. And the Ace is definitely the helping hand of the Most High. And that's an opportunity to start anew. So I get that nervous energy, like, dang, I wonder, I don't know what the person, I think each other think the same way about the other person. Like, that person's too arrogant, that person's going to be too arrogant towards me and going to think that that I played them or don't like them. Y'all both think the same thing because y'all both feel the same way, to be honest. So me writing my book, you guys, is coming along very creatively. Like, I want juiciness. When I read something, I want it to be like, draw you in to the point where you don't want to put it down. I'm really working at it. This is the first time I ever wrote a book, so I want it to come across just like it's easy for me to talk to people, but I want my book to be like that. So it's a work in progress, but it's coming along. You got the Six of Pentacles, reciprocity. Seven of Cups. I told you, y'all think the same way. Y'all both feel like each other has options. The Wheel of Fortune. Somebody should just get in their car and just take a road trip. The Emperor. Yeah, if you see the way these cards are laid out, the Emperor is looking at the wheel. I used to, in this deck, I sometimes use the Wheel of Fortune card as the karmics. You see that? The pick-me bitches. And it's clear that look, the Emperor is looking right at them. He's looking at them, but then you got this person also, but the person's back is turned, right? And this person is like, Seven of Cups can be daydreamy, pointing at the Six of Pentacles. But the Seven of Cups can represent somebody who's just like not focused, but it can represent different options. What's this, Emperor? What you thinking? What you thinking? What I'm thinking, I'm not going to say it. I know a lot more than what I'm leading on, but I'm not going to say it. So what's the Wheel of Fortune? Told you, the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, and represented in a negative light, is a whore. Karmics, what's the Seven of Cups? Temperance. Healing. Somebody, okay, so you two in your separate corner both feel like it was an illusion. Y'all like, I don't even think it's real, and now I have to go heal my emotions about it. Or it could be a dream come true, and this person daydreams about you a lot, even with the whores, the gumas, as I like to say. So what's the Six of Pentacles is represented by the Nine of Pentacles. That's pre-Empress energy. So he's starting to see you reciprocate matching energy. But you're independent. You know, you can sit at the same table. You can either almost sit at the same table. Well, that's pre-Empress energy, so you're getting there. You're close to sitting at the same table as him, meaning you're almost at the same level of some sort. It could be financially. I think it's more financial. I think it feels that way. Somebody thought they wasn't good enough, or thought you wasn't good enough. Either, I think y'all both thought that way. Or he could have been picking up on you thinking you're not good enough, or you pick up on the fact that he might feel like you're not good enough. So he went with another woman. Or the woman could have went with another man. Take it how it resonates. No fret though. This is how he see you. That Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. That's the reason I said Ace of Pentacles, because that's an opportunity he would want with you. It's like, I may fuck these girls or these guys, but this is how I see you. I will always see you like that. You always be somebody unattainable to me though, because you're very pure in your essence and your aura. You mean a lot to me. I hold you in that high regard. Like you're up there with my mother and God. Very few people are up there and you up there. So take it as a blessing that we're not talking. If we were still talking, I would be pursuing you in a different way. But I know that I can't really do that with you because my heart is with you. And I didn't mean for that to happen, but it happened. 3838 on the camera when I said that. Seven of Swords. Strategizing, plotting. Either he lied to you or you thought this was all a lie. Somebody thought somebody got played somewhere along the line. Somebody feels that way. Whether it's one or both of y'all. If one person feels that way, the other person's picking up on it. Or both of y'all think the same way about each other. There's 2 sevens here. The worst sevens at that. Like Seven of Swords and Seven of Cups with the Temperance. Like that's healing, overcoming massive deception and illusions. That's what that shapes up to look like, to be for real with you. So was it the Queen of Wands? Let's just ask. Yeah, Because that's the Ace of Wands. Yeah. God does not defend lies. Yeah, he got deceived by a Queen of Wands. Could be a fire sign or just somebody who embodies that energy. And even the Ace of Wands is pointing away from the Emperor. Like the Ace of Wands is pointing this way, and so is the Empress pointing this way. And the Ace of Cups is pointing that way. This person sees an opportunity, whether in business, finance, or just a witch. I feel like with the way these cards look in these illustrations, she was a witch and he didn't know. She put her period in his food and he didn't know. Or he intuitively knew she was up to no good. All right, Emperor, what you got to say about that? Because you got the High Priestess on your side. Like, you know a lot and you're not saying nothing, or you realize you fell in love with a High Priestess. But then you got two energies here, the High Priestess, and then you have a fucking witch. Okay, excuse me for cussing, but you have both. But you're not looking at the High Priestess. So what you got to say? Oh shit, my cards fell. What you got to say, Emperor? Two of Swords. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I feel like it, sometimes I don't. And you got the Lovers. So it represents both. It represents I can be authentic with one, and I can play with the other one. I'm a different person every day. I'm a shapeshifter. But it don't always feel authentic to do that kind of shit. It gets old real quick. I know that's my twin flame. You got the World here. You ended something to start something else, or something's ending for you to start something else. A lot of bullshit seems to be ending, is what I'm getting from all of this. Because clearly in the subconscious, you see what the energy of the cards was saying before I even pulled out the tarot cards. This can also represent, it has duality with these energy, because the way he's advertising himself to a bunch of different people, he is a person who wants to mask his feelings. And that could be a woman too. She could be an emperor too. This is somebody who wants to just play. I got this power. I'm in a powerful position. I'm in high demand. I'm hot commodity. So I can represent myself as being a certain way, but in actuality, I secretly see he plays where he is taking full advantage of this success, the Six of Wands. He's very good at what he does, but he still sees a victory with this person, even though he's not ready to give up being, how they say it, 29 and single for life. So what's the Six of Wands? The Queen of Cups. And what's on the bottom? It's the Three of Pentacles. He want to work with everybody, but he also want to perfect this friendship and this romantic feelings he got for you. There's something about being with everybody is drawing him closer to you. You got two aces on the board. Tell me more about that, the Ace of Cups. I think that's what this Queen of Cups and Six of Wands is. And then somebody was a manipulative person towards him too. Strength. I need you to be my anchor. I hear Wicked Witch by Nardo Wick. Listen to the lyrics. Oh, this is God, give me the strength, because this is on top of the Ace of Cups. God, give me the strength. Because Lord knows, either there's one person that I called a witch, or come off like a witch. These cards say she's a witch. Because I asked the question, and it's the Ace of Wands on top of that. So that's, yeah, that's a yes. And God took him down this path to pass the time by so he can heal, to learn how to heal, to prepare himself for you. So the same way you feel like you have to do all this diligent work on yourself to make yourself better, to attract all of what you want, all of your abundance, it's just like God is already telling you everything that's yours. You just have to physically catch up to what's physically yours, or just be in the alignment where you can bring it into fruition. With the Strength card, it's about integrity through tough times. And this is like, God, give me the strength. Because sometimes I feel like quitting. A lot of times I feel like quitting, or I just feel like, am I doing all of this for nothing? You know, the author of confusion is over here. This person also, this emperor, is very intuitive. He's very intellectual too. Like, I get a lot of intellect. Like, he is with, how do I want to say it? The high priestess is the helping hand of God too. With this emperor, okay, I got it. His persona is the bad boy, but he's really a super religious person, a really grounded, structured, family-oriented, committed type of person. He could have already been committed to somebody, but just stuck in two minds about what was missing in that element. It took for him to meet you, and you make his heart sing, and he's realizing that, shit, going all this time without intimacy and that kind of passion is just not it. So that's ending. He's ending it, or that cycle is ending, whether he means for it to end or not. Because I don't think he's being like shady at all. It's just his actions, you know, as a person who is traditional, family oriented, he's not going to tell everything that could potentially put his family in harm's way, which makes a lot of sense why he's very secretive. He's very mysterious. He did some push-pulling back then. Like, he's not telling you everything, but strategically, he knows. Like, the Temperance is here, and the Lovers was on the bottom. Those are twin flame cards. Those are spiritual connection with somebody that he dreams about. Like, you are somebody that's unattainable to him. But you also his passion. But he also feel like you're his karma. So now it feels like the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups is somebody who's deeply spiritual. And he feel like, I couldn't have met you at a worse time because I'm already committed. And there's also duty calls too. Like, it's an emperor, somebody who's high ranking in the military, also an entrepreneur, somebody who has a lot of responsibility on them. And he's like, when will the help of God come? God, give me the strength. With the Strength card and the Ace of Cups. This is him. Waiting for you. Like, he's growing bored and weary. Because he know that, I think she's my Ten of Pentacles. I think she's my end-all, be-all. I think she is. But I think she's fixated on other things right now, like her finances, her stability, before she can come over here, because she's 9 Pentacles by herself. Knight of Wands though, but I still dream about, I'm still Adidas for her all day. All day I dream about sex. And I'm growing bored because we haven't done anything. It's all spiritual. But that's that vintage friendship I was talking about with the Four of Wands, that celebration. Like, I would love to just really chill. Like, I could just be myself around her. Or him. Let me see something. I'm going to wrap this up. How can I close this out? What's it going to take for them to? Like, what do they need to do to bridge the gap between them two? What do y'all need to do to bridge the gap? Because it's deep spiritual. It's very spiritual. You got, how many major arcana you got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Major arcanas out here. 7 if you include the lovers. That was on the bottom, but I didn't pull it out. Because that's in the subconscious. Like he know who is who. He know he could be himself with you. That's the flip side of that lovers card. Like, I'm with these bitches, but I could be myself with you. And I know you probably seeing other people or people want to see you, but you only dream about me. You Adidas for me all day long. Yes, I pick up on your sexual messages because I'm right there with you. I know when you need tension release because you're celibate. You're the celibate type. So when you need tension release, I pick up on your messages when you're thinking about me. Ace of Cups and Ace of Wands is here. That's a spiritual connection put together by divine, by the Most High. It's like, well, when is the drought going to be over? I'm bored without my partner. I know we're going to tear it up when we're around each other, and that's not just about being sexual with each other. We balance each other. But y'all both meant to be in this 6 of Wands energy. Both of y'all, you're not going to come back until both of y'all are in that. And this clarified by the Queen of Cups. So y'all are each other's cheerleader. Both tangibly and spiritually. Both emotionally. Like, you have a lot of empathy and compassion for each other. Like, you are each other's, if no one else loves you, I will always love you. I think the world of you. Y'all think of each other that way. I hear the Isley brothers. Hello, it's me. Look what's on the bottom. Told you, you're a divine badass to this person. A warrior. Alright. And that didn't answer the question. And okay, clearly y'all perceive each other that way. Nomi Malone is goddess. That's what I hear too. That's what this card gives me. Warrior goddess. You take no shit. So what do y'all need to do to come together? Be at each other's level. This is a rock star right here. This is how y'all think of each other. I am a million different things at a million different times. I am me. I am me with no apologies. That's the answer to what y'all need to do. This is the card that follows that. A Finch Spirit Guide. 11. One of y'all master numbers is 11. I love us. It says that on there. I love us. Look at the 2 birds. Aww. So, both of y'all are out there honoring your higher purpose. And y'all really don't know what to do tangibly to come together except to just come together. Actually, there's a butterfly on this Rockstar card. Transformation. 6 of Wands is here. Queen of Cups is here. And Divine Badass Warrior God. So y'all are meant to be rock stars. Both of y'all. Both of y'all are here. And y'all both showing up. That's the same energy that both of y'all carry. One is already established, but only going to get higher. And the other one is blowing up quick. Like she's like this. A he or she. The other one is making their claim. They're critically acclaimed. People are starting to notice that other person. Not because of each other. But what I see y'all doing with the emotions and the compassion and the empathy y'all have for each other is y'all are creating more abundance for yourself independently. Because y'all love language seem to be similar. Y'all come with a lot of generosity. Y'all want to give each other. When you really love somebody, it inspires you to become rich as fuck. And I say that because how you going to be happy? Love is not enough. Y'all both think about this logically, which is why I saw the King and Queen of Swords. Y'all think a lot alike. Like y'all it's not just about being logical. Y'all just super intelligent and y'all super realistic. what I want for you and what we want for each other wants us too. So if we think that way about each other, imagine what we're going to bring to this, what we should bring to the table upon being with each other. So that's an executive decision to answer to your higher purpose. Like this emperor with this high priestess and two of swords here. He's like, he was operating out of two minds at one time, but it's like he realized his emotional state, his emotional well-being when it comes to you. He's not a wreck. I'm not saying he's a wrecking ball, a nervous wreck or nothing like that. What I'm saying is he's saying, God, give me the strength. Okay, I'm going to give it to you because I want you're supposed to be doing this with her. It's something you're supposed to be doing together. But it's unbeknownst to both of y'all as to what velocity you're supposed to be doing it. So he felt your energy shift, you felt his energy shift, and it's like, I can't take this shit no more. I'm just going to go make myself richer because I'm sexually frustrated about this person. And it's not about the sex, even though I keep saying sex. Sex when it is like the passion y'all have for each other. Look when I split the deck. Y'all both Queen of Hearts. Queen of Cups, that's here twice now. Okay? Huge, y'all very sensitive. And y'all free spirits. What I feel like y'all both are accustomed to, y'all both healing that inner child separately, because y'all been attracting y'all patients. Like both of y'all are healers. That's what it's telling me. Y'all both are natural healers. Y'all both have double missions. Y'all both are light workers. Y'all both are starseeds. And starseeds need to retreat a lot, because they're very sensitive and absorbent of everybody else's everything, everybody else's problems, everybody else's energy. Y'all stop what y'all doing to help each other, so help other people so much that y'all deplete yourself if you're not careful. That's why that card about boundaries was there. So what you're doing is retreating. It's like, well, if I'm gonna be all this, I still want to show up for other people, but I'm enlightened by what this person is talking about, by what this person is doing. So that mutual respect is probing both of y'all to really tighten your belt and really answer that call, that higher calling. And it's going to draw y'all back to each other as you feel more secure and confident in yourself and your abilities. And trust yourself that you know that if I think the world of this person, so why am I so insecure? Why do I keep myself away from this person? Do I not think I'm good enough? Am I not worth it? It's just that I don't want both of y'all say a lot of what you don't want, and y'all putting that shit out there accidentally, and it's keeping you away from each other. That's why y'all bored and disappointed, because you don't realize you're in your own way. You're actually blocking yourself. And you're deceiving yourself. You're talking yourself right out of what you're supposed to be doing, and it's already yours. So with that being said, you both have to realize you're being over analytical. That's why that Seven of Swords and Seven of Cups is here. You're in your head too much. You're daydreaming. You're creating all these scenarios about why it don't work. Well, look at all the opportunity as to why it does work. Fire and water create a lot of, it's very creative energies to play with together, to combine together. It also has the ability to destroy. That's what that Seven of Swords and Seven of Cups is here. Like, you're going to sabotage and talk yourself, just con yourself right out of it. Nobody's with nobody. Y'all with each other, but not with each other at the same time with that Two of Swords there. Both of y'all are going to be in that emperor position, that leadership position, and you're both going to be intuitive. It's all part of your higher purpose. Both of y'all are meant to be at that same velocity. God give y'all the strength. Ace of Cups, strength card. Listen, you don't take nothing else out of what I say. Stop overthinking it. Get out of your own way. You're in your own way. Like, y'all both are so serious about each other that you're doing all this stuff to advertise, and the way you want the person to be attracted to you is like your ideal way of how you want to show up in this partnership is exactly what the other person's doing. I want to be more fit. I want to be more rich. I want to be more spiritually inclined. I want to be as knowledgeable as I can be. I want to be as loving as I want to be. I want this person to just have it all. And God wants that for y'all too. And I'm sure he's very proud of both of y'all for making that kind of effort. But you see how God works in those mysterious ways with that High Priestess card there and those two aces there. He's basically telling y'all, the World card there, that those karmic cycles are wrapping up. I'm stepping in to put y'all on the path of integrity. So even though you're having these disappointing boredoms, these emotions, these low vibrational emotions, listen, keep in mind that both y'all are in the leadership position. Both y'all are called to deliver my sermon in your own unique way. Both of y'all are called to be leaders of the community. And I use both of y'all to light a fire under both of y'all ass, so both of y'all can stop being so damn stubborn, because y'all act just alike. Y'all like a male and female replica of each other, or it could be same sex to those it resonate with. Free spirits, both sensitive and loving. And this is look at the heart on this woman's shirt. Look how big it is, and it's on fire. Cannon song. I was on fire for you. The name of the group is called Cannon. But look how her heart is on fire. Both of y'all. Now I hear Chief Keef. Mailbox. The chorus go, y'all can calm down, because I'm too turned up. Something with his shirt up. You know what? That's that Leo energy. One of y'all got a lot of Leo in your chart. Both of y'all got water in your chart. Both of y'all got fire in your chart. Both of y'all have earth in your chart. Both of y'all is like real line. Y'all align up pretty equal, like this. Not like this, but like this. So, as I said in the beginning, y'all have come to a place where you know exactly who you are. Gone are the days of confusion and blurred lines between your truth and expectation of others. You no longer give a fuck about nobody. Those two of swords. You're not, the decision, like y'all third eye is open. Okay, it's no surprise that she's here. Okay, and it's no surprise that the World card is on top of that two of swords. Okay. Y'all have grounded yourself into the essence and built the foundation of your empowered self. With the Emperor there. You have let go of many friendships and relationships that were no longer serving you to get to where you are, and it was all worth it. So all those people riding your coattail with the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Cups, it makes a lot of sense why they were there. Where's that Seven of Cups? They were illusions. Okay, and now you're on that spiritual journey with the Temperance there. You're healing all of that. Now you can't wait to get to each other. It's like y'all private parts is on fire for each other, but y'all also receive downloads from the Most High with the High Priestess there. Both of y'all are a priest and priestess of each other, you know, in your own right. So you're pretty equate in that area too. And look how the light is shining on her in the Nine of Wands. It's like those intuitive hits, those intuitive hits, they shoot right to your heart. Your heart chakra is very open, even though that particular card is not there, but these particular chakras, the root chakra, you're healing. Your solar plexus, healthy, okay? You're grounded. The root chakra means you're grounded too. You know, you're real stable and stern as to who you are and what you're doing. And that third eye chakra is there as well. And it was all worth it. All the shit y'all realize, all the way you was advertising yourself, all the many people you came and saw come and go. All the people you celebrated with. Where they at now? Y'all have nothing to show for it now. Now's the time to really go after what you want in life. Okay? What do you care about? What lights you up? How do you want to serve? And by y'all meditating on these questions and take action, you're going to start to take action on everything that comes up. And it just so happened to be each other as well as your double mission. So you do still have your two, both of you have your careers, and they're going to take the fuck off even more than what you think they already are now. One of y'all is more successful than the other one at the time being, but you're both successful in your own right. Now you got this double mission to do, and you have each other. You're called a team together through as a part of your abundance through it. As long as you're doing the work, that's how y'all going to come back together. And y'all, and the way I'm explaining it sounds like it's a world away, but give yourself time. But watch, 2 years is going to be going by before you know it. It's going to be time for the next election, and it's coming up. It's not long. It's all basically in 2023 now. That's one more year. 2024 is going to be another election. So don't think that it's out of your reach. Clearly, it's not with the energy of these cards, with the energy of y'all. As long as you're doing the work, because y'all like super enamored and in love with each other, and y'all is like, both of y'all is running to the Most High about it. Like, God, give me the strength. I'm so in love with this person. God, give me the strength. I want to have this person's kids. Like, I'm so passionate about this person, and it's freaking me out because you won't let us be together. He is going to let y'all be together, and he knows best. But from what it say, y'all are reparenting those inner children and the wounds that came along with that. So you can, and you're starting to shape up and clean up how you're representing yourself and how you want to be represented or be perceived in the people's eyes moving forward. Y'all in a mindset of commitment, well-rounded commitment. So you're manifesting. If you don't already have the house of your dreams, you're manifesting it. Your dream everything. How your vehicle is supposed to look. How your house is supposed to look. Intricate details like that. Whether children are going to be in it or not. Whether you already have children or you're going to have more children. Either way, you have that space for whatever. You don't have to compromise. Oh, if I do this, I can't do that. You're not in that mindset. You don't have no lackluster mindset. You have stability moving forward. You have wealth. You have abundance. You have each other. But more importantly, you have God. You have his friendship, and you both are coming to terms with that. One of you could have been more religious and more spiritual than the other one. And the other one was religious too, but it just didn't sink in how important that friendship was over everybody else. But that's some of the woes and the highs and lows of being successful, that you attract everybody. True friends, fake friends and true enemies, as Mother Teresa would explain it. But obviously it's not stopping you. You're both propelling forward no matter what. You just have better boundaries up now, or you're being called to set those boundaries up now. And with the Temperance card being here, you really haven't been being bothered with nobody. Now, people think you flipped the script on them. Like, what the fuck? Like, what happened to this person? He or she was just the cat's meow. It's like, and then guess what? We still the cat's meow, okay? You just can't get over no more. Don't get it twisted. I was just pausing, okay? I'm just healing some shit. I'm working on myself. You should try it instead of trying to rob my coattail. I'm going to clean it up because we're on YouTube. I would say something more vulgar than that, but we're not going to say that. You just ride my coattail. But you get the point. I said the Ace of Pentacles, didn't I? That third eye. You see, God talks to me through that third eye. And that's 3 aces here, that Ace of Pentacles. I want you. I want you in the worst way. And I want God to approve me wanting you, even as the people that I have to leave behind, all those farce relationships I have to leave behind that was built on dark magic or just heavy manipulation, or just darkness, negativity, generational curses, bullshit, I let it go. Because I want God to approve what really makes me happy, what I really want. Like, I never felt like that about nobody, and I'm not going to. I'm loyal to you, and you're loyal to me. So when you put when you're each other's rock to start with, y'all already knew that about each other. Like, we know how to take care of each other emotionally. The rest is just going to fall in line over time. You put that you're each other's rock and that loyalty together, y'all are royalty together. I know I'm successful by myself, but I'm a powerhouse if we're together, because the same people that hate the shit is the same people that's not going to be able to keep their eyes off of seeing us together, and they're going to try not to let us be together. But that's why I need God. That's why he over here. He's all up in this reading with 3 aces on the board. It's like, I need you to approve it, because when you approve it, you protect it. Yeah, I made a decision. I'm making a decision. Death or transformation. She has a skull in her hand, and that skull is lit up. So you have that duality, that spiritual backing and that tangible backing. I could stop right here. I could keep going. How you want to do this? How do we want to do this? Okay. I think it's the Cherokee in me, the spirituality in me. It just gets me going. There's more ways. There's more than one way to skin a cat. This is just reading from a psychotherapy standpoint, from a psychological standpoint. You can do this any way you want to. How do you want to do this? How are you called to step up and lead? Okay? Don't just put nobody in a box and just think, oh, I got them pegged and figured out. Because no, you don't. All these romantic cards and love cards is not just about love. It's also about creativity and you falling in love with the new you, and you shape-shifting your life, and your career is going to change too, and your relationship with God is going to be higher, and your circle is going to be smaller. The man or woman of your dreams is not going to look like what society think y'all are supposed to look like, and you have to be ready for that. That's why the Most High is here. He has to step in to help, because it's going to be crazy. It's Sex in the City. It's Sex and the City. I used to call that show Sex in the City. No, it's sex, which is creativity, fertility, abundance, whatever. And then there's the city. Okay. I got to finish writing my book. I got a lot of material. I got more stuff I want to put in my book now. But I didn't talk to y'all in almost 2 days. So this is a longer reading than what I normally would have done. But I felt like it. I felt like talking to y'all today. Okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and enjoy everything I have to say. Whether it resonate or not, it should make for a damn good conversation regardless. Okay, until next time.